This week we're talking about what went down at the Microsoft Bethesda event and another possible video game-based TV show. So let's go ahead, together, as a people, and check it out! And welcome to another sensational Sunday. I'm Mike, and of course I'm back to talk about the gaming news. Now, Microsoft and Bethesda's event was last week, and we got a pretty good showing of new games. We have Forza Motorsport coming sometime this year. We didn't get a firm release date on that, but they did show off some gameplay as well as some behind-the-scenes work on the game. And it looks really good, to be honest. They're adding ray tracing for more realistic lighting, better weather effects, and adding dynamically occurring dirt to the cars. And I'll probably download it and play it when it comes out because really I just need an excuse to bust out my racing mode setup. But personally, I like Forza Horizon games better, so I'm excited to see these new features come to the next Horizon game, which will probably be next year. They also announced a rhythm-based game called Hi-Fi Rush, which I have not played yet, but I have downloaded because it looks pretty cool, and I have Game Pass, so why not? The art style kind of reminds me of Jet Set Radio Future, so I automatically have to play it. Plus, I like rhythm games. And it also released on the day of the show. This was basically their Oprah look under your chair moment for Game Pass, which was pretty cool. There's also a new expansion coming out for Elder Scrolls Online called Necrom. I'm not an MMO person, so I won't be checking that out, but they talked about the new expansion as well as the lore they put in the ESO from the previous Elder Scrolls games. I played it before. I'm just not a social gamer. That's why I'm not really into MMOs like that. They also had a trailer for Minecraft Legends, which is a strategy game, of course, that's set in the Minecraft universe with PvP. Again, I'm not really into strategy games either, but I might check it out because, I don't know, Game Pass. Finally, we got Redfall officially dropping on May 2nd, which is the date that had been rumored already. I'll admit for the first time on the online video YouTubes that I didn't really care much about that game, alright? But after watching the gameplay for it, I'm actually pretty excited for it now because shooters in general are my favorite genre. Plus it's open world and co-op, so I can finally get at least one friend to play with me for like 5 minutes before they get mad and quit because of how poorly I'm doing. So I can't wait. And the Xbox can't wait either since both gaming and hardware revenue have gone down slightly. It's being reported that Microsoft has experienced a slight dip in hardware and software sales with their latest consoles. Now obviously there's been a decline across multiple industries with people returning to work and going back to their normal lives and everything opening back up. The revenue has just been on a decline. And there have also been layoffs at big companies, including Microsoft. But I do feel like this is because of a lack of exclusive games. I mean, I had a PS5 and currently have a Series X, and they're both great systems, but they're both almost identical as far as hardware. So it's really the games that are going to sell the system. I'm a huge fan of Game Pass, but you need to put out games to get people to come to that platform. And now that the shortage is coming to an end and people aren't just panic buying whatever console they can get their hands on, this is where the real battle begins for Microsoft and Sony. And I guess Nintendo is there too, just in the corner making millions off of like 15-year-old hardware. But either way, it's good that they had Hi-Fi Rush release and they have Redfall coming in May and Forza coming at some point this year. And hopefully their studio purchases pay off. And of course, if they get Activision, that would be huge for Game Pass. I really just want to see Xbox be competitive this generation. I feel like Sony has been on the throne for so long. They feel like they can get away with anything, like releasing a lackluster Game Pass competitor. All right, let me stop. Let's just move on to our final story, which is about Tomb Raider. So there's a new rumor from Hollywood Reporter that Amazon may be working on a Tomb Raider series for Prime Video. Of course, this wouldn't be Tomb Raider's first time being adapted to live action, as it was one of the earlier franchises to get adapted to the big screen. But I do feel like the treatment of games and TVs and movies is way better than it was in the past, so I'm curious what a modern-day TV reboot of Tomb Raider would look like, considering they would have a lot more time to tell a more detailed story and hopefully pay homage to the series. And I'm paying homage to my bed because I'm getting out of here for the day. But let me know what you think down below. What are you most looking forward to from Microsoft's games this year? And do you think that Amazon could do a great Tomb Raider TV series? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification wherever it is to make sure you get notified for my next video or live stream. And always do at least 2 things at the same time. Peace.